What a weekend it was for Arsenal. Let's get a bit more on this and welcome to the studio Arsenal fan and broadcaster Joel Beya. Morning, Joel.
Morning. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah. Look, I know you're going to have been pleased with the result, inevitably. Were you happier with the style of play as well?
I have to say it's probably one of the best performances, if not the best performance we've had this season. And, at one point, I can't help it, being a follower of Arsenal, that I thought, are we going to do it? Like, I'm really just pulling my hair out. I was really like, can we get it over the line? And fortunately, we did. We've got this DM who's not really a DM in Marino. I think he's the best finisher at the club. And I'm just so happy that, he was able to come clutch and Gabriel making up for his mistake earlier.
I think as well, for me, watching Arsenal yesterday and watching how negative Newcastle were, they were scared of Arsenal. They were scared of Arsenal all game, especially after the goal, the substitutions, the five at the back. Does it show the options as well Arsenal have from the bench now that they should fear nobody?
100%. I was looking at it the other day and I genuinely do think, Gabby, we've got the best squad in the league.
Ranieri couldn't get on the bench, could he?
Honestly, it's but that's what you want. Those are the problems that you want. And you know what it's been like for us in the last couple of seasons at St. James's Park. It's been horrid for us. So for us to go there and dominate the way we did, nobody can leave that stadium. Nobody can leave that stadium saying that we didn't deserve to win that game.
No, I mean, I think absolutely correct. It could hardly have been a better weekend with Liverpool losing at Palace. 2 points off the top of the table. I just wonder how pivotal a weekend this might turn out to be.
You know what? It's still very early. I know that us Arsenal fans, we're known for being too high and too low at the same time, myself being one of them. But what you want to do is you want to stay touch tight. You want to keep it going because we know that Liverpool have quality that haven't even performed yet. So you want to stay as close as possible until, April, May, maybe March as well. Then we can start thinking about, okay, we need to supersede them and whatever we need to do. We just need to stay touch tight because if we had lost, it could have gone from 5 points to 8 points very quickly.
You know what's scary as well is when you look at the bench, Kepa, Ben White, Lewis Skelly, Saliba, Marino, Odegaard, Norgard, Dowman, Martinelli, no space for Ranieri. You got to watch it from the stands. Like, does that show as well? If you do not perform, you're off. Eze, for me, is going to start as a number 10. Odegaard, you have to work your way back in. That's scary to think, isn't it?
I was saying to Jeff last week, Gabby, it's the perfect place to be. And I can't remember feeling this way since the Invincible days, And even then, I don't know if we had the same type of competition because our starting 11 was pretty set. Yeah. Right about now, anyone can start. Anything can happen. I can only imagine what training is like. For the first time, Gabby, right, I was looking yesterday and I thought, even Saka has something to prove.
Oh, Madueke's, if he wasn't injured, he don't need you starting.
Yeah, he's on his toes, really. Yeah. So for me, it's a fantastic place to be, but we just have to get it over the line. Otherwise, it all means nothing.
Yeah, you see, having said all of that and listed all those fantastic players and the fantastic bench, it means that from Mikel Arteta's point of view, he simply has to win the league this season, doesn't he? And I tell you what, if you look at Liverpool, and Arsenal have got a fantastic squad, Liverpool's squad's not too shabby either.
It's not shabby at all, but I have to say, even though I do agree he has to win the league, I do think it's a bit like I'm looking at rival fans and pundits and they're saying he has to win the league. Let us do what we're doing, man. We're cooking on the low. We're on gas mark 3. We're not on 5 or 6 yet. So,
do you think, though, you might have a few games without Gabriel after he punched a new German international player in the face? Conor McGregor would have been proud of that.
I know. Look, I don't know. But the reality is, Gabby, the good thing is that mascara, easy.
Yes. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you, it's so good, the competition, because I didn't expect Saliba to sign the contract. You've got Gabriel, who is arguably one of the best centre-backs in the world at the moment. And even if he is out, I'm actually confident because you've got mascara there.
Good, yep.
So look at the options. We can't go wrong.
Yeah, you just need Jokeris to start scoring now, don't you?
You know what, I was actually with Troy's opinion. I don't know what your opinion was about him scoring in the big games, but...
Yeah, I agree on that opinion, but I look at him yesterday and I thought it's probably one of his best games because he was physical, he wasn't getting bullied, he was trying his hardest, and sometimes he doesn't fall through in the box. There were a couple of chances. The one that Dan Burn slid and tackled him, then he sort of kicked it off his own foot when he slipped. Yeah. That was probably a goal on the other day. I think he's a very good striker. But he needs to score in the big games, doesn't he?
So do you reckon he's feeling his way into the Premier League, or do you reckon it's
mate.
one of those where...
Mate, he's feeling his way in. He's getting used to playing in the Premier League. Look at that tackle while claw of the face from the shells
Yeah.
on Gyökeres. Most of the strikers be on the floor. They need ice. They need a sponge on the face. He just, I'm not bothered. I'm ready for the physical battle of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Anthony says Arsenal fans are deluded. I think this must mean you, Joel. He said Arsenal shouldn't have won. Gabriel should have had a yellow card for simulation or a red for pushing striker in the face. Yeah, well, there are lots of arguments with so many contentious decisions. One thing about Gabriel, by the way, the Newcastle goal, he has got to be stronger.
Yeah.
Got to be stronger.
I don't know what he was doing there. I think he thought that maybe he'll get a bit of contact and, he'll get the right away because he's a defender. But honestly, it just looked absolutely silly. But then again, you look at the mentality. And for us to be able to come back, Gabby, dare I say it, it's the mentality of champions.
No, and listen, I totally agree. And what I love was Arteta was on the side saying, 8 minutes, get forward. Maybe last season, take the draw, Newcastle are dangerous. This season, it's like, no, we want to go and win every game.
Last season, you probably been 2-3 games ago, mate. You know what I mean? So, I agree. That was good to see. But I'm just so glad that we pulled it out of the back.
Yeah, played well, Joel. Played well. Thought they deserved to win on the day.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.